Hey guys, what's up? It's Jason C here at the Master Drum. How's everybody doing today? I decided to do a random live stream because it's Friday and I'm bored, and I feel like I'd rather talk with you guys and see how you guys are doing today. I thought it'd be pretty cool. I've been getting some questions the last couple days. A few people asking me, with all the time that I have right now, and being on lockdown, what are the whiskeys that I am or have been going back to? What are the whiskeys that have been catching my interest? Whiskeys that I haven't gone back to, or new ones that I haven't gone and tried yet. So I figured I'd do that on today's live stream. So just going to give every minute. It was kind of a short notice thing, so I'll give people a minute to get in here and hang out. So Steve A is plugging away at work still. Hey, Andrew Buchanan's here. David Hatton. Robot Scott was here first. How you guys doing? Thanks for coming in. Let me just check the stream here. Something's going on with the YouTube notifications, at least on my end. When I put in I have an upcoming live stream, it's not showing up on the phone app, but it's showing up everywhere else, like on people's iPads. Not sure why it's not showing up on people's phone app. Hey, the Ramon is in the house. What's up, man? Travis, Dram Man. Hey, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, buddy. Travis Smith is here. Yeah, it is definitely Friday. Works great on my end. Was happy. They've been spotty at best. Yeah, the notifications have been really weird. The Master Jam, I did get a notification on my phone when you actually started. Okay, so you got it when I started. All right. Hey, Halden Kirkwood's here. What's up, buddy? So again, today what I want to do, I was going to actually film a video, but I figured it'd probably be fun to do live, which is to talk about the whiskeys that I've been going back to during the lockdown. So the ones that have been holding my attention, the ones that I've been trying, and because you like to say I want to try everything, but there are some specific ones that I felt that I've been going back to the last couple weeks. Just being home, tasting and seeing how they evolve, and ones that I haven't, even some that I haven't gotten a review yet. So I figured I'd go through with those with you. Hey, G2 the man's here. What's up, G2 the M? How you doing, man? All right, so yeah, people seem to be getting a notification when it starts, but not. Okay, so, well, if you're getting a notification that it starts, that's good. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Alejandro, Jason, did you see Rare Perfection 15 winning Best Canadian Whiskey? I did see that. I'm not surprised. It is very strawberry. Hey, Rod's Wood Turning Shop is here. Oh, he got it when it started. Darren Foster. Cheers all. How you doing? Chris Frazier, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. Brandon Weiss is still working right now, but figured I'd take a break from the sun and watch this live stream. Yeah, buddy, welcome in. Like I said, I won't be on too long, but I just wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit. I don't know how much time this weekend I'll have to get on live streams, so I figure I'll come on. So what have I been drinking during the lockdown here? So I'm going to start with, let's see here. I'm going to start with the bourbons first, and then we'll get to some scotches too that I've been checking out. But first one up is Willett. I have a Willett Purple Top that I did crack open on a live stream a while back, but I haven't had a chance really to go back to it too much. So, hey, what's up, Joseph Brazo? How you doing? Hey, Anthony Orlando, nice to see you. So this is a 6-year-old Willett pick, 124.8 proof. The name of it is called Buzzer Weeder. So I've been enjoying this one. The Willett Purple Tops are really hard to find. They don't pop up very often, but when they do, they are usually kind of pricey. I was lucky enough to have someone help me get this one. Yeah, so this was only 203 bottles of this one. Yeah, immediately you get that really nice spicy peanut characteristic you get with Willett. Let's see. What is the barrel number on that? I will tell you. The barrel number is 11243. So 11243. Hey, ADHD Whiskey's here. What's up? Hey, Jason. Happy afternoon stream. I'm going to go live later doing my first ever Scotch tasting. Oh, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to watch that. That'll be fun. Dramhound is in the house. How you doing, man? TGIF. What's up? Tony Casas here. Loving the What's on the Shelf Wednesday. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's been a really popular series. Everyone seems to be liking hearing about whiskeys they can actually get. So, yeah, this bourbon it's very Willett to me has a very peanut type profile to it, but very different than either Jim Beam or Heaven Hill. It's more of a spicy peanut. There's a lot of fruit in here too, though. And that's why I've been going back to it. It's because the more I get down this bottle, the fruitier it's getting. We were just talking about strawberries in that rye whiskey before. It's getting very dark fruit, very kind of in the long line with the strawberry, maybe a little bit of a peach note too. Hey, the Bourbon Road's in the house. How you doing? Thanks, Jim. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jim, by the way, amazing. If you guys want to hear a cool interview, the Bourbon Road, the podcast, just did a really great interview with Jackie Zykin at Old Forester. You definitely want to listen to that because they get to taste some really incredible selections from Old Forester. That's the teaser I'm going to give you, but you guys should go give it a listen if you haven't yet. ADHD whiskey. I just realized what you were drinking. Thought that was a rye. No, this is the Purple Top. This is one of the Purple Top bourbons. I'm going for a sip of this one. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday, wherever you are. Hopefully, if you're not on lockdown, hopefully you're getting out of work soon and you're staying safe. Cheers. Yeah, it's that Willett spice, man. Wow, is it spicy. First dram of the day, by the way. So it always comes in like gasoline a little bit. But yeah, a lot of spice, a ton of fruit on this one. Like I mentioned, this is like vanilla custard with strawberry jam on top. But then you add some black pepper right on top of that. Just goes down really, really sweet, but also spicy. I think that's why people love the Willett so much. So yeah, I've been really. This bottle was like about here before the lockdown started. I've been going back to it. It's so good. Hey, Trev Wilson is here, man. Alejandro L, does it taste young? No, it's not too bad. It's got a little youth to it, but not bad at all. I would guess, this would be around, in the 4 to 6 year old range. Yeah, this is just good stuff. And as I mentioned, it's just getting sweeter and sweeter the more you get into it. When I first opened this one, when I first cracked it, this was all spice. It was very spicy. I was looking for those fruit notes. It was very nutty too. And now that it's gotten past the shoulder down to here, man, there's just some great fruit flavors that are coming through. Definitely a little bit more of that spicy oak character on the back end. It's really good. So that's probably that's one I've been getting into on the lockdown is this Willett Purple Top bourbon. Here, let me move that. All right, what's next up in the bourbon world that I've been hitting? Actually, one that I reviewed and one that I've been talking about, which is the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. So this is a blend of straight rye whiskeys and straight bourbon whiskeys, aged at least 3 years. The thing with this one, why I keep going back to it, is that every time I go back to it, it's just changing every time I go back to it. It's really right now. Well, let's pour some now because I'm curious where it's at now. The last time I went back to it, it was almost like somebody had put like a lemon bar in it. It was very lemony all of a sudden. I think the rye and those citrus notes are really kind of overtaking the profile of it. Let's see if it's staying the same here. This is easily my favorite selection from Redwood Empire. Just great stuff. Again, out of California. Yeah, the Lost Monarch is actually, if you guys didn't catch my my review, the Lost Monarch is actually all of there. So the what is it? The Emerald Giant, the Pipe Dream, and the Lost Monarch are all named after historical trees that are protected by the National Parks Association. So the Lost Monarch is the largest coast redwood by volume. It's 320 feet tall and 26 feet in diameter. Like, holy shit. It's a big ass tree. And if you're asking who like the dude with the beard is on every single bottle, that is John Muir. John Muir, I think that's how you say it. He was the father of conservationists out in California, so they decided to pay homage to him on all the different labels with these really cool illustrations. Yeah, Lost Monarch is basically a boo rye. It's a blend of rye and bourbon. So Paul Adair says, I've been drinking lots of Hoof-Hearted beer, also bourbon. Yeah, the Hoof-Hearted beer. Gotta love that name. They're not easy to get. That's, oh, did I miss a question here? Need to get some Willett family bourbon. Yeah, they are hard to get, unfortunately. So Redwood Empire, the old bottle is available in Ohio. Actually, let me grab it real quick. I'll show you which one you can get in Ohio. This one isn't here yet, but I'm guessing it'll get here soon. So this one is available in Ohio, guys. So whoever is watching who's in Ohio, you can get this one in Ohio. This one is actually, I've seen this one at a bunch of Kroger's. This is just basically this with a new label. So if you want to try something interesting with a boo rye, kind of a bourbon rye mix, then you can definitely pick this one up. But this has become Lost Monarch. The Emerald Giant and the Pipe Dream are rye and bourbon alone, respectively. But this is way more interesting to me than the other two. But let's see what we're getting on the nose on this one now. Like I said, every time I go back to this thing, it changes. Like it's a really delicious whiskey. Now I'm not gonna lie, like there's not super old whiskey in here. Most of the stuff's here. They say at least 3 years. So I think there is a little bit of older age stuff in there to kind of balance out the youth. But the blending and what they did here just makes it a really interesting whiskey. Hey, what's up, Bourbon Junkies? How you doing, man? DJ, hey, Patrick Fulmer's here. Dram Man, 26 foot in diameter or circumstance. Oh, you mean circumference? It says 26 feet in diameter. So the friggin' trunk is 26 feet around. That's crazy. Let's see. Michael Klein, don't fall. Everyone expects me just to fall now, my ass. Okay. I'm going to fall again one day, and I'm not going to get it on film, and you guys are going to be sorry. Let's see. Bourbon Junkies. We got Michael Klein here. Give me one if it is a Grease Man. Did you start the van at ADHD Whiskey or using the sun for heat today? Okay. Pi versus diameter equals circumference. What the fuck are you guys doing math right now? Jesus. Pie. I could go for some pie right now. Go for a nice slice of apple pie. Let's taste the Lost Monarch and see where it's gone a little bit again, if it's changed at all. Oh, see? It changed again a little bit. So the last time I tried it, it was like a lemon bar. Very lemony, very citrusy, with a kind of some caramel drizzle on that lemon bar. Now I'm getting those same flavors, but now I'm getting some more fruit on top. Now it's coming a little bit more fruity. Kind of like almost like a grilled peach a little bit. That's nice, man. This is really good stuff. Yeah. And it's kind of holding there. I'm curious to see where this is going to go once it gets about halfway down. This is the second bottle I have that I've gone through. The first bottle went fast. And it was, I don't want to say it was completely different than this, but it definitely altered a little bit. But I think I went through it too fast in order to pick up what it was changing into. But this thing, it's really good stuff. If you guys can either find this one or even this one, definitely give it a go. They're $40 here in Ohio, but I've seen them as cheap as 30. At I think some Total Wines I've been to. When I was in Colorado, they had this for like $30. That's what this bottle is, where I got that one. So the Christmas Story bunny outfit is way better than you falling on your ass. Oh yeah, my Christmas episode. These Four Roses single barrel strength picks are awesome. Hey, Jeffrey, good thing you brought that up, because my other bottle that I've been diving into, this is probably the latest one I've dove into, is this Four Roses Private Select, which is an OBSK out of Oregon. This was shipped to me by the lovely Christine Beams. And apparently it's one of the last picks that Al Young was involved in. So, you know, even if just for that, it's a pretty special bottle. This comes in at 60.9% ABV, and it's an OBSK, which is their high rye mash bill. Let's go into this one. Yes, Daisy. Ow, son of a bitch. Sorry. Pinch me. Yes, Jason, it is. It does look familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, this is your typical Four Roses spiciness. I'm sure if Dan was here smelling it, he would think it's a rye. Sorry, that was a low blow. I still love you, man. We'll go with the idea that Klein had an unfair advantage in that taste off. Yeah, it is pretty dark. Get a look here. It's got some good color to it. Oh, that is so good. OBSK and OESK are easily my favorite. That man is a known cheater. Knee to the nuts. Well, this is just going to set up a blind tasting between me and Klein at some point. A blind taste off. That'd be pretty interesting, I think. Oh, I'm glad that's helped you out, Jeffrey. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how different the private selects are when you start tasting them head to head. All the different ones, the OESK, OBSK, and the OESV and the OBSVs are usually up there for me. OESO or BSO are kind of my least favorites. The Qs can be pretty good, but the K for me is where it's at. Oh, that's a good one, man. All right. So that's 3. What is another one I've been diving into lately that I have over here? I won't taste this because you've heard me talk about it, but Woodinville. I reviewed these not too long ago. Woodinville just won Best Straight Bourbon San Francisco Spirit Awards for 2020. Got a double gold. I guess there's kind of a good news and bad news to that, because the good news is that Woodinville isn't all the way readily available to everyone yet. So for anyone to like start going batshit crazy and buying them all up, I don't think they can really do that yet. But the bad news is that once distribution does get better, hopefully, people still get a chance to get this stuff. That San Francisco award is like, it's like the kiss of death. Maybe not for the whiskey, but for any of us that try to find it, which kind of sucks. But Woodinville, what the hell? I'm going to have some. I love this. I love Woodinville so much. Just the stuff they're making and what they're doing, it's just really, it's really incredible. When you think about the process that they go through. So they source the grain from over the Cascade Mountains. That's where they get their grain from. The grain comes over the mountain, back to the distillery, where they mash it, ferment it, barrel it. Then it goes on the truck back over the Cascade Mountains, where the temperature extremes are a little bit more in variation, so you get some better flavors, some better age out of it. And then once they feel like it's ready after 4 or 5 years, they take those barrels, ship them back over the mountains, and then they bottle it at Woodinville Whiskey in Woodinville at the distillery. So it's a pretty incredible process when you think about it. In California. Slade Gullard says, got 2 bottles in Georgia. Got 2 bottles, going to get another soon. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got a bottle of Cascade of the cask strength too, thanks to Joseph Brazo, which was amazing. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, not in what did I say? California, Washington. I'm thinking of the Redwood Empire in California. Yes, Washington. My bad. Again, it's very vanilla. This one is getting more cherry as it opens up, more of a cherry note too. It still has that root beer characteristic too, which I really like. There you go. Cascade Mountains run from northern Cal up into Canada. There you go. Brian Brennicky, I would be in the Seattle area today if the world was normal. I was hoping to tour Woodinville this week. Alas, not meant to be. Yeah, I'm really hoping to get out there at some point. Just got a Woodinville cask strength pick a few ago. Reminds me a little bit of Garrison Cowboy with that grain note. Yeah, it does have that grain note, but it's not as funky as it's definitely a different, like for me, Texas has like a dusty funk to it. I always call it the modern dusty. There's like this, almost like this bar, like if you walk into like an old saloon, like wood floor, like dusty funk to it that goes along with all that flavor. Whereas the more west you go, I feel like you get more of like a root beer, cream soda type aspect to it. But there is that graininess there, so I do agree. Donner Pass, are you still planning on doing Blend Again number 2? Actually, yeah, number 3 it would be. Yeah, Blend Again number 3 is definitely happening. Best Texas stuff is Iron Root. Yeah, Iron Root's still probably my favorite, up there with Balcones, what they're doing. So I like the grain note again on both Woodinville and New Riff. So that's interesting, Brian, because I think with when you say the grain note, I do get that on both. But what I don't get on Woodinville that I do get in New Riff is a woody bitterness, like a tannic note that comes on the very end. I've only not gotten it with New Riff on certain single barrels, but every time I go back to it now, there's a very funky, like a grainy grass bitterness note that I'm getting on the very back end of all the New Riffs I've been having lately. And I don't remember that having or getting that note in the beginning when they first were releasing their stuff. So I don't know if something's weird with the barrels or something is just going on. Maybe it's my palate. But yeah, a lot of the new riff stuff that I've been tasting recently, I just haven't been enjoying. I just get this really weird funk note on the back end, and I'm very sensitive to bitter notes. So I pick them up real easily. Trev Wilson, time for my first pour, finally. This is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to, I'm going to go through a couple more whiskeys here, and then I'll open it up. I'll do an open stream, open casting call for anyone who wants to jump in to the live stream with me right now. So I just want to talk about 2 more whiskeys that I've been trying and going through during the lockdown. Well, first I'm going to sip of this Woodinville. Yeah. There's the grainy note, but there's no bitterness. It's just sweet corn grain, that little bit of that root beer twinge, cherry, more cherry. I'm telling you, when you guys get this whiskey, for those of you that have it, wait till you get, past the shoulder down a little bit of ways. I'm telling you, you're going to start getting this really beautiful cherry note. That's so good. And it's not the medicinal, like funky, weird cherry you get. It's like a fresh cherry note, cherry pie, which is great. Brian Brenning says, I get what you're putting down. I get it more on the bottled and bond than single barrel for new. Yeah, exactly. Some of the single barrels, I think you're able to, that you don't get it as much. I've gotten it on a couple, but not nearly as like the regular bottled and bond. Just not sure what that is. Yeah, so next up is the GlenDronach 15. Now we're headed into the Scotch category. This is the Revival. Now the Revival was discontinued in 2015, I think. 2015, something like that. Basically what had happened is in 2009, GlenDronach relaunched the core bottlings, which is the 12, the 15, and the 18. The 15 was named Revival because it highlighted the fact that the distillery is, again, independently owned rather than owned by a corporation. This is pure Oloroso sherry casks. It was discontinued, like I said, I think 2015. But then the bottle was reintroduced in October 2018, and it's kind of come back, and everyone was really excited when it came back. It's just really good stuff. So I've been, checking that one out, and I've been sipping on this one. So let's have a little bit of this one. GlenDronach 15 is incredible. Just won in show at San Francisco. Just won best in show for a Scotch or overall. Let's get a little GlenDronach 15. I agree, Jason. It really is miles ahead of the 12-year. The 12-year is good. It's a very high quality 12. I actually like it a little better than the Macallan 12. But this thing just takes it to another level as far as flavor and influence goes. And it's still relatively, affordable. I got this one on sale in New York for like $70. I mean, for a 15-year-old Scotch from GlenDronach. So will they have to rename it now that Brown-Forman bought them? I don't know. I mean, this is the newest bottling. It's still called Revival. So I guess they kept it. Yeah, this is very fruity. Oloroso, you get some really nice, a nice nutty quality to it. It's kind of like dark chocolate, nuts, like black cherries. Very fruity. If you've ever had like fig jam, you ever have like fig jam with like sometimes if you get like a cheese board at a restaurant, they bring you like fig jam to go with it. It smells like fig jam a little bit. Let's go for a taste. Oh, it's so delicious. It's got right on the very end, it's got like this like black coffee note that has, I feel like you ever have like the raspberry syrup that you get in your coffee at Starbucks or wherever you get your coffee? It's like black coffee with like a shot of that raspberry syrup in it. That's the best way I can explain it. It's really good. Hey, the Linux Cat's here. What's up, Donnie? How you doing? Hey, Tammy Brennicke's here. Nice to see you, Tammy. 18 is a very different flavor profile since are different. 18 is Oloroso, and 15 is a combination of Oloroso and Pedro Jimenez. Yeah, Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso. Yeah, so you get that nuttiness, I think, from the Pedro Jimenez, but you get all that sweetness and the fruit from the Oloroso. The 18 is actually a pretty amazing bottle, too. Go for another sip of this one. Man, I love that coffee note on the back end. Anyone else get that in GlenDronach 15? It's like a slight, like bitter coffee note, but with like sweet raspberry syrup in it. I know my descriptions are a little bit crazy, but I'm telling you, that's what I taste. Brian Brennicky, Tammy's here. She thinks I'm working. You're in big trouble, sir. Big trouble. Yes, I do. And the 18 is even more coffee-ish. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Let's see here. All right, let's go to my last one, and then I will drop the link in. Tammy says, I know better than that. Brian, you can't hide. She knows you, man. She knows you. You can't hide, Brian. Tammy's got you on lock. Another whiskey that I've been drinking, obviously, is the Redbreast 12 cask strength. It's still March. We still got to celebrate a little Irish whiskey, you know. But the last one I have here is this guy, which is the Octomore 10.4. Woo, is this good stuff. So the Octomore, this 10 point, so the 0.4s are usually the harder ones to get. The 0.3s, I think have been the more universally loved and the more universally found. But the 0.4s are a little bit harder to find, from what I understand. So the reason why I wanted this one so bad, and you guys, if you know me well, what you do is you know I love French oak. So this is only 3 years old, aged in French oak limousine casks. This comes in at 63.5% ABV. It's non-chill filter, no coloring added. It's a beast. It's only 88 peat parts per million. So, but being only 3 years old, you feel that peat in this one. It's super smoky, but the French limousine casks also give it a spice and fruit characteristic that goes really well with the smoke. So I'm gonna get into this one a little bit. I'm going to show you the color of this for 3 years, how dark it is. It's pretty crazy. So this is only at 3 years old. Look at the color on that. That is a 3-year-old Bruichladdich Octomore. Pretty dark, considering it's only 3 years. Logan Captis, I was lucky enough to try the 21-year-old Parliament, and the coffee note is amazing. Yeah, I got to sample the 21-year Parliament. I would totally agree. GlenDronach 15 won best in show of all whiskey category. Oh shit, I didn't hear that. That's crazy. Hey, what's up, bourbon buddies? Thanks for coming in, guys. Brian Brennicky says I'm locked up in my office, which incidentally is also my whiskey collection room. Oh, I forgot I could click these guys. I'm sorry. I might still be halfway listening to a conference call too. I couldn't miss Jason's stream though. Oh, thanks, man. Dude, don't screw up the conference call, man. I don't know what you do, Brian, but don't start like talking about whiskey randomly on your conference call. Yeah, so you smell the smoke on here, but there is just a ton of like icing sugar and like if you took a bunch of like raw icing and you spread that on top of like a grilled apricot or smoked like smoked fruit. That's what's in this glass. It's pretty incredible. You would think something like this that's known for being so peated wouldn't be so incredibly sweet, and it really is. It's amazing stuff. Wow. So the entire front of the palate is all smoke. I mean, this is just a lot of peat up front, a lot of smoke. You do catch a little bit of that sweetness in the front of your palate, and then once it hits the back, holy shit, it's just candy. It comes out, it just hits you as, like I said, grilled fruits, grilled peaches, a little bit of sugar there. It's so good. Hey, Mike Myers in the house. What's up, Mike? Thanks for coming in, man. The Linux Cat says, I'm watching the clock for 5 p.m. Got a special delivery from I Whiskey She Wines. Oh, nice. All right, guys. So if there's anyone out there that's watching, it's 5:20 now. Anybody that wants to jump in the stream, say hi. Let me know what you've been maybe what whiskeys you've been kind of gearing yourself towards during the lockdown. Is there something you feel like you've been drinking more than others? Let me get the link here, and I'll drop it in the chat. Let's see, Alejandro. My Benny's in Chicago, gets it like once a year, and usually stays on the shelf for 4 to 6 weeks. Few people go for it. Naka Skoka says, hi, new subscriber here. Dickel Bottled and Bond. Oh, nice. There you go. Thanks for subbing. Appreciate it. Always love the new subscribers. Let's see that whiskey room, Brian. This would be amazing if Brian gets on the stream right now, but at the same time is on his conference call. Can we make that happen? Can we get Michael Klein in here? Is he set up in his basement in his Ooh. Man, this is just like earthy, peaty, but sweet and sugary at the same time. Really great stuff. This is the first Octomore that I've purchased personally, and I'm glad I got this one. I don't know if I'd buy another one again for like $200. They're expensive. But being it was virgin French oak, unused French oak casks, knowing me, that's definitely one I wanted to grab. So I'm glad I got that one. What are you sipping? I just logged on. This is the Octomore 10.4. Hey, guess who's here? Prime time, Michael Klein.
What's up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. I was sitting in my basement. Actually, you called me out. You're like, he's probably just sitting in his basement. He might as well come on. I'm like, I guess I can't really turn that down.
There you go. So what whiskeys in that nice room you have? What whiskeys have you been kind of gravitating towards during the lockdowns? Do you have like a selection of a few that you've been drinking more than others?
I'd like to say yes, but I've kind of just been finishing off bottles that were low.
Yeah, so that's a good point. That's another thing that people have been doing. They've been bottle killing.
Yeah, you get an opportunity, like, all right, so I'm going to sit down. Normally, on a given night, I'll be like, I'll try a little bit of this or a little bit of that, or I'll sample a couple of these and see the differences between them. I've lately just been going, well, let's just finish this one off tonight, and let's just go to the next one the next.
Yeah, I killed a bottle of Old Granddad 114 the other night. I killed my bottle of what is it? A Lot 40 cask strength, the 11-year I had. I killed that. It was sad to see that one go, but I have a 12, so I'm not too sad.
Not in such bad shape.
Not in such bad shape.
I killed my High West Double Rye Midwinter Night Dram finish.
Yeah.
Not at all happy about finishing that one off, but my buddy Dramhound says he's got another one for me, so I guess life is good.
What is it?
It's a High West Double Rye that was finished in Midwinter Night's Dram.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, amazing.
I just got my first finished High West when I was in Denver. It's a High West American Prairie bourbon, and it's finished in brandy casks.
I've got one American Prairie bourbon that's finished in rum casks.
Rum casks? Okay.
It's okay. The brandy cask, I've heard really good things about that one, actually, though.
You know what? I do wish it was like the double rye or something in the brandy rather than the American Prairie bourbon, because I'm not a fan of their bourbon.
No, I'm not really either. That double rye is legit, though.
The double rye and the brandy cask would have been something pretty fucking awesome. I would have loved to try that.
This is this Son of Burai. This is from 14.
Yeah.
That is tasty.
Yeah, the older Burais. I have one on the way that has like the older MGP juice in it. Is that the older stuff?
Yeah, this is from 14.
Yeah, so it still has the MGP, the older stuff in it. Yeah. Yep. I got one waiting for me. Actually, what's his name? Rarebird 101 got one for me. So
you're gonna love it, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for that thing to come.
So, did you say that you feel there's a difference between the Lost Monarch and the Brown Label, or is it the same stuff?
There's a slight difference, but I don't think it's a big difference there. What about you?
I've got them both, but I guess I can't remember. I drank them both on 2 different times, so I couldn't really tell if there was a difference between, or in my mind, whether there was a difference between them or not.
I'll pour this one here, and I'll do a quick comparison. I don't remember there being a huge difference. Let's see here. But this thing, like I said, this thing just changes every time I go back to it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, hell, I'll do the same thing.
Hey, what's up? Peter White's here. Spencer Mav, what's up?
I thought Trevor Wilson was on. How come he didn't come into the chat?
I don't know. I'll drop the link again in case anyone else wants to come in.
I think if these are the similar bill, they smell very similar.
Yeah, they do smell very similar. I'm getting like a more on this one. I'm getting like a sweet iced tea note on that one. It's interesting. It's got like a weird iced tea note to it. Oh, that's good.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference.
There is a difference.
More than I thought, more than I remember thinking there was. This one to me has gotten, now again, this one's down the bottle a little bit. This one to me, this one is way more citrusy to me. I get a lot more lemon bar, caramel on this one. This one I'm getting a little bit more fruit and sugar on it. I think it's more of that rye spice.
Yeah, that's what you're getting. The extra rye. I honestly would not think that the two of these were the same. If I had them separate. Apparently I'm getting visitors.
He just literally fell down the stairs.
So why is it in StreamYard that you can't see the chat?
You can see it. You gotta click
I gotta click live comments.
There you go. Good job.
There we go. I'm a rookie.
The man, the myth, the cheater, Sir Shine. Wow.
There's a lot of haters out there.
Yeah.
Especially that one.
Dude, when me and the Bourbon Junkies, when we were doing the trivia nights, like Sean fucking hated my guts.
You murdered the trivia nights.
What's that?
You murdered the trivia nights.
Yeah, I mean.
Are you calling 2 people?
Yeah, you say hi.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
That's you.
That is me. That's Mr. Jason. Say hi, Mr. Jason.
That was freaking cute.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
So let me see here. Now, this one on the back of this label, it states that it's cellar aged in New American oak with a portion rested in wine and port barrels While the new Lost Monarch it doesn't state that on this one. So if there's no port finish here, that might be there. That's exactly right. The reason we're getting a lot more fruit on this one rather than this one. This one I'm getting more of the rye spice, the citrus notes. This one, it's a lot more fruity. I'm getting like a raspberry iced tea flavor profile on it.
There's almost no finish.
Yeah.
It's so smooth, and it from here it stops here.
Where on this one?
Yeah, on this one.
Yeah. That's probably why I like this one better.
Yep.
I don't like when a whiskey just goes away and doesn't do anything on the finish. Obviously smooth, I think, is a relative term to what you think smooth is, but
right.
I think that's why so many people chase Blanton's, because it's smooth. I don't know. No,
I think you're right. I think it's like an introductory. I mean, everybody that knows me knows I'm a Blanton slappy. That was my go-to, what I used to chase. And it wasn't because it was smooth necessarily, but it was because it was consistent. Even though it was a single barrel, you could have some that were better than others, but there was never, in my mind, a really shitty one.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Well, I was like, I
don't think they're never bad by any means. I just think it's like the balance of chasing those things and then what you're kind of getting out of it is what, I don't know, kind of bothers me. I have another dude at work that I work with that sent me some photos of his Blanton's collection. This dude has bottles of Blanton's that I've never even seen before. And he holds on to them, and he says that some of them are like from way back when in the early 90s, special releases only in Japan. I mean, crazy shit he has. He wants to bring him on the channel and do like a tasting, but I was like, okay.
You know what's funny is the Japanese, the red and the black, they taste significantly different. And I mean, I know they're aged a little bit longer. What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scotty?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good. Are you guys all like fucking off on Friday or what?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I figured you were fucking off.
Yeah.
I just got done doing some recording anyway. So once I saw that, I didn't even know you were still streaming. You're like, oh, come on. I'm like, fuck, I thought I missed the whole thing. So I'll have some Woodinville, since that's what I reviewed. Part of it.
Oh, you did a Woodinville review? Cool. Scott, have you had any of the Redwood Empires yet?
No, I haven't had any of their old stuff or even the new stuff, but some people are like, I love it, and some people are like, I don't fucking like it or whatever. So I don't even know. Is it all young? Is it kind of young stuff or what?
Yeah, the rye and the pipe dream. The pipe dream and the Emerald Giant are on the younger side. It's not bad by any means. It just doesn't have enough bite there. Are you giving me the finger?
No, now I am. I wasn't. I wasn't.
These, as I've constantly called out, the Redwood Empire, the Lost Monarch, and even the Old Label, which is basically the same thing, but there's a portion of the barrels in here that are finished in port wine. So this is a little bit fruitier, but both of these they're really good. It's definitely worth checking them out because they kind of.
What's the one that's like the Boo Rye?
This one.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
They all seem pretty affordable too, which was kind of nice. So
yeah, like $35.
Yeah, which is I think part of what makes them so good.
And really $35 now, that's like pretty much bottom shelf stuff now, you know.
Yeah. Who the hell said they didn't like it? I need names.
Yeah. Jeez. I need names.
Well, I mean, I even said on my review that I wasn't really. I mean, the bourbon was okay, but remember, I paid $40. So for $40, the bourbon and the rye didn't really do it for me at that price point. For $30, being that it's a craft distiller that's a blender, that's actually a pretty damn good price considering if you look at the rest of the market. But for me, if I'm going to spend $40, it's going to be this, which is way more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally thought the Emerald Giant for $35 was great. And this is amazing. So
Yeah.
you know, the Pipe Dream I could kind of do without, but the difference between these two is blowing me away because I've only ever had them not together. Like, and I thought they were very similar.
Oh, really?
They're not when you're
They're
trying.
not similar. They're not similar at all when you go back and forth.
Nope.
Dude, if we do a head-to-head, it's fucking on. It's gonna be so good.
I like it. What do you mean if?
No, when?
When we do it.
When all this shit calms down, the first thing I'm doing is I'm driving up to Michigan.
I like it. Just be a basement dweller with me.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, we could have I don't know, we could have some either your wife or whoever. Maybe we get Dan and Sean to like set up the blind tasting. Or maybe we can do like 2-on-2.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my god, we should do a 6-way. I know that sounds gross. But you and I versus Dan and Sean versus ADHD whiskey and bourbon sane.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
That'd be pretty epic, I think.
Yeah, except for you and I get to start with a buy.
It's true. Yeah, you get the buy from dominating the tasting. I get the buy from dominating the trivia.
That's right. Can't have the number one seeds hit too early. You leaving?
Yep.
All right. See you, brother.
Get out of here. Love you too. See you around.
See ya.
Hugs.
Party at my house.
Nice. How could you not in that basement? Yeah.
Yeah. Carrie's oldest son was just came up to visit us, which was nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Grand Rapids.
All right, so he's pretty close. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean within the state, meaning close.
Yeah. He's been quarantined for almost 2 weeks too. So he's like, I think I'm safe. Do you mind if I come visit? We're like, yeah, you go ahead. Hey, look at that.
I hit the chat button and it like booted me out. So screw it. I can't see any of the chat. So
all right. Chris ate most of the burgers. That should count for something. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he could be a number 2 seed.
Yeah, he could be the number 2 seed. So you're putting Sean and Dan as the number 3 seed.
You seed, move Sean and Dan to 4.
Yeah.
You already know, like in an eating contest, you can never like trust the little skinny dude.
That's true. I mean,
he plowed through those things. Did you see him? He would just go into town and then he went and got like fucking snacks or something.
Well, he had a really good strategy. He like did a whole cardio workout and all this stuff before he ate. So I think that, when his body was probably fucking just devouring those burgers as he was eating them because he needed the fuel and just forget it.
Yeah, he said he ran like 8 miles or something like that. I'm like, geez, Luis, you're ready to eat 50 burgers.
That's
when he says, listen, I'm going to clean up my palate and start destroying people. Andrew Buchanan says, I'm on your side, Dan. He's got a fan. Oh, yes. This is the thing here. No more cigars, beers, only whiskey. Here I come. See, I think that's a key because every time I have a cigar, my fucking palate is destroyed.
He had 5. Do you know what Neapolitan milkshake stout is from Saugatuck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've heard things about that stuff.
So it's literally a stout that tastes like Neapolitan ice cream. It has the vanilla, chocolate, the strawberry. It's a heavy finish. He had 5 of those and a cigar, and then decided it was smart to go do a whiskey tasting.
To each his own.
Well, once you're like drunk as shit, it's always a good idea to do a lot of other things. So.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah. Whenever I decide I'm going to have a cigar, I definitely pick a specific whiskey to pair with it. Just that I know will go well, but I don't plan on doing any sort of tasting like after that because I know my whole throat and my palate is kind of destroyed.
yeah, it fucks it up. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I like a good cigar and doing all that stuff, but I mean, I mean, if you're worried about trying to like taste something, like pull notes from something, I mean, that's not even the point of like what. I mean, fuck, why would you do that with a cigar? Just enjoy the cigar and a good bourbon or something, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I love a great cigar, but you know, it's not when you're doing a tasting, it could be a little bit. I mean, some guys I know though do fine with it, so I guess it just depends.
You know what's going to happen is we're talking all this shit, and Dan's going to actually do that, and he's going to destroy us all from like the 5 seed.
Yeah, he might
come from the bottom and kill us all because
he might come in with the Cinderella story.
I actually put my mind to something instead of just. He's like that athlete that doesn't ever have to work out, but when he does, look, watch out. The guy actually is trying this time.
Yeah.
That's all the props I'm going to give you, Dan. You dick.
Yeah, dick. So Scott, I'll ask you the same question. I'm probably going to sign off in about 10 minutes here. But are there any whiskeys during this lockdown that you've been kind of gravitating towards the last couple weeks?
You know, the funny part is, for whatever reason, like I've just started like opening different things. Like I just opened up which I wasn't overly crazy about it. I had it before and I remember it being much better, but it was like the Old Carter, their batch 2 rye.
Yeah.
I remember it being good. Then I tasted it. I'm like, fuck, it's like sucking on a pickle. Like,
oh, you don't like,
I hate rye whiskey that has like dill in it. So
yeah,
I don't. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it'll get a little bit better as it opens up. I doubt it, but my wife will probably drink it. I don't know, but
do you not like Willett, Scott?
You know, the 3 year no, but the 4 year I didn't get as much dill on the 4 year as I did the 3. Like 3 was like straight up pickle juice to me. Actually, you know what? Do you guys have any right now or no?
Yeah, I have 4.
I have I have the 3. Want me to grab the 3 real quick?
Yeah, I got the. Let's see, is this the 3 or 4? I'm trying to figure out which one the.
I have 4 year 112.8.
All right, mine's 111. Mine's 111.
I have a 110 too, but just for like the higher.
Oh yeah, this is the 3. The 3 for me was like super pickly.
Yeah, see, I had the 3, and for those of you out there that don't know, Willett's not making any more 3-year stuff. Everything now. Their rye is going to be 4 years and older. Yeah. So I feel like I have a limited release, but not really.
Yeah, Mike. I think now going back to there is a little bit more. There is a little bit more dill there, but not. It's not enough that it would be off-putting to me. It's definitely there.
That's the underlying note that I get out of all Willett is dill.
I made it, Will. Thanks, man. I made it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try I'll try this 3 year. I remember the 3 being like just super dill forward.
Yeah, there's definitely a dill note in the 3 year. It's definitely a little bit more pickly. I could see that.
I'll have to sample it with my wife. I think she likes that dill shit.
Yeah, this is all dill and lemongrass on the palate.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's that 3
dill and lemongrass all day.
So do you guys? So with rye, are you okay with dill, or do you prefer mint, or what?
I would prefer dill to mint. I don't like the mint finish as much. I like the higher rye, more spice, less dill, but definitely dill over mint.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind the dill and the pickle as long as there's spice and citrus to go along with it, like the Willets. That's why I could deal with it on the Willets. But yeah, I'm more of like I love the high rye and then the spice, the 95.5% type of rye whiskeys. I love those.
Yeah.
I do love a good Kentucky rye too, which is on the sweeter side. But Trev Wilson says, "I prefer dill to mint. It's like a whiskey pickle."
That could be Trev's new whiskey review channel, the Whiskey Pickle.
That sounds awesome. I'd watch that.
Yeah.
He would get lots of viewers for all sorts of reasons.
Yes, he would.
The Whiskey Pickle. I could go in a lot of different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Whiskey Pickle.
Yeah. Jason, remember when we were down in Kentucky, you were telling us about your Whiskey Pickle? Oh yeah, that wasn't a whiskey though. That was something else you called that.
Oh, dude. Dude, when are you gonna have your dad on to tell the story?
Yeah, I probably need to do it. That was a pretty good story. I didn't expect him to tell that one. That was pretty.
So Michael, we were drinking some pretty epic stuff. We were with Dusty Dan. We were having some Old Taylor from like what was it like from from 1950, 1960?
Yeah, I think it was like 1955 or something.
Yeah. Had an Old Taylor then. We had a pre-prohibition whiskey that he had. I mean, we were drinking some epic stuff. Yeah. Scott's dad, he's more of a cocktail guy, but he was trying some stuff with us, and all of a sudden he starts telling us about this story when he was pledging a fraternity. And all I'm gonna say is that it involves a Coke bottle and an olive. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was. I remember him telling a story like a long time ago, and I completely forgot that when he told that story to you guys, I'm like, oh my god! It was
the way he told it, because he was slightly drunk, and then when he acted it out, I think I peed myself a little.
Yeah, like that was. It was a story of like. I mean, okay, I guess that like at the end of the day, the story basically was he had to like squat down over top. Okay, let me back up. So they took him. I gotta set the story a little bit. They took him out like in the middle of nowhere in the snow, butt naked, and they had to take an olive off the top of this Coke bottle with their ass cheeks and go like put it on top of another Coke bottle without like it falling off, or you had to go back and do all this other crazy shit. And
his dad did it.
And he did it. He's like, I was one of the only ones. There were so many people that were freezing their balls and stuff off. And if you knew my dad, like he's competitive enough to the point where like he would be like, I am not fucking dropping this olive out of my ass at all. Like it's going on top of another Coke bottle.
Yeah, so, and then the way he did it, he was like crab. You would do the crab walk when you kind of walk in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he crab walked and then went above the Coke bottle, lifted the olive off the Coke bottle without falling with his ass cheeks, and then he crab walked again. And somehow he dropped the olive on the other Coke bottle on top of it without dropping it. That is some sorcery.
Say what you want, but I guarantee no other channel out there has ever had the term, I wouldn't drop a fucking olive out of my ass.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably not.
You heard it here first, folks.
That happened here.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
That's right.
Only on the good live streams do you get this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, on a Friday afternoon, who doesn't like a good Coke bottle olive, in your ass joke, right? I mean, come on.
No, that's the way it should be.
Yeah, you got it.
Holy shit, that was amazing, man. That was one of the best stories I ever heard, and to see your dad act it out was even better.
Yeah. So what's everyone kind of doing for the weekend? How I know we're all hunkering down. So what's on the agenda?
I've actually been on quarantine for 14 days, so I'm my buddy said he's going up to his cottage and we're gonna go out in the woods and we're gonna shoot stuff. So that's what I'm doing this weekend.
That's what everyone needs to be doing right now.
Yep, we're gonna spend the weekend 6 feet apart from each other, drinking bourbon and shooting stuff.
You have to get some tannerite, blow some shit up.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably. What am I doing this weekend? I'm making a big pot of some sauce, some Italian sauce with some meatballs, some braciole. I'm gonna be doing a test. I'm gonna be doing a test tasting for myself. I'm gonna have my girlfriend. I'm gonna have her pour me a bunch of samples blind and see how I do. I haven't tested myself in a while, so. Why
don't you set something up for her?
I am. I'm gonna. She wants to try some stuff this weekend, so we're gonna try some. I'm gonna have her try a little Angel's Envy, see how she does. And I'm also
remember that's like a gateway to somebody taking all your shit, like your mom, and she's gonna drink all your shit on you.
Well, lucky my mom's in another state, so we're all right.
That's true.
It's when she comes here, I gotta hide some shit.
You got some people in chat saying girlfriend. Did I hear girlfriend?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, girlfriend. So yeah, my mother comes down here. What does she eye right away? My fucking William Llewellyn. Like I-beam. She goes right up there. She goes, "Oh, so you have some William Llewellyn? I like Weller." I'm like, "Yeah." So
you don't like this one. You don't like this one, though. This is the shitty one. You don't like this one.
Yeah. Oh, Woodford Double Oaked is another good one, Robot Scott.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I'll remember that one too. That's a really good one too.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, Jason, you're gonna start prepping this weekend because you're scared about our taste off.
No, it's not so much prepping as just, I haven't tested myself in a while like that, because you just try to churn out so much content, you forget to kind of. I did all the 16 blind samples on my last live stream, and even though I felt like I was able to pick out some different things, I want to. The things that I get confused sometimes is between stuff that's finished and stuff that's not finished. So I want to mix those all up and see if I could pick those out a little bit better.
That was a great synopsis, but it's still called prepping.
Yeah, it's prepping. I'm prepping 24/7, baby. I'm living rent-free in everyone's head. I'm coming for it.
That's right.
It sounds like he called you a cheater. Quit cheating.
No, well, apparently Klein is the cheater.
Yeah.
Dan, yeah.
Yep. Anyone that beats Dan cheats.
And anyone that beats Sean at trivia cheats.
Yep. So we might as well cheat against each other and see who wins.
Yeah. An all-around bunch of fucking cheaters, it sounds like.
Well, I think if we do this, if this happens, Klein and I are going to combine cheating forces to take down the world. Yeah.
So is that the deal? Is it you two versus the other
two?
Or?
I think it'd be cool. Well, we'll work out the time frame, but I think it'll be cool if me and Mike do a one-on-one tasting and blinds to see how it goes, and then eventually, maybe we could coordinate something where we could have Dan and Sean and also Chris and Matt involved too. So we'll see how it goes.
Klein, this sounds like you're being interviewed to see whether or not you're a worthy participant.
That's how it feels, isn't it? He's like, we'll do the taste off first. I don't really know if we're gonna team up or not, but
he's like, yeah, let's make sure you're not a total pussy, and we'll see how this works out, and then we'll go from there.
Once he pours some cast strength stuff in his eyes, he'll be okay with me. You gotta do a shot of Jephthah to earn my respect.
I'm glad I've never had that. So
yeah, you don't want that. No. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off. Thanks for coming on. If anyone wants to, on the down in the comments of this video, write down what kind of your go-to whiskeys have been during the lockdown and the social distancing project that's going on right now. What I want to do is kind of combine those all and see if there are any patterns that people are sipping on what's popular right now. I'm just curious out there. So down in the comments, definitely let me know what you guys are drinking right now. And yeah, with that, thanks for jumping on with me tonight. Just figured I'd do a quick live stream. I miss everybody. So thanks, Mike, and for Scott for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
You guys, hey, have a good weekend. We'll talk later.
Yeah, we will.
See you guys.
Cheers, guys. Peace.